Chiamaka was the happiest girl in Ohafia. She was getting married to Uche, the bravest and kindest man in the village. The entire village was excited and had gathered to celebrate their love. The sun was shining brightly, and the sound of drums filled the air. As Chiamaka walked down the path to where Uche waited, she felt a sudden chill. Her head started to spin, and she saw flashes of strange images. She tried to shake it off, but the feeling grew stronger. She reached Uche and was about to take his hand when she screamed and fell to the ground. The villagers gasped in shock. Chiamaka was shouting about a broken oath and a debt owed. No one understood what she was talking about. She looked terrified, her eyes wild with fear. Uche knelt beside her, holding a hand, trying to calm her down. Elder Mazi, Chiamaka's father, rushed forward. His face was pale and he seemed to know something. He looked at his daughter with sadness and regret. "It's time to tell the truth," he said softly. Years ago, when Chiamaka was a baby, she'd fallen very sick. Elder Mazi, desperate to save his daughter, had made a secret pact with a powerful deity. He promised that Chiamaka would marry the deity's servant when she grew up in exchange for her life. Elder Mazi had hoped to find a way out of the promise, but had never succeeded. Now, the deity was demanding its due. Uche was determined to save Chiamaka. He couldn't let her suffer for a promise she didn't make. The villagers were worried and prayed for her recovery. Elder Mazi, feeling guilty, stayed by her side, hoping to find a solution. The village healer tried different herbs and rituals, but nothing worked. The deity's power was too strong. Days passed, and Chiamaka's condition worsened. She kept talking about the broken oath, and her screams haunted everyone. For the wedding to hold, they asked another lady, Ilo, to represent Chiamaka on that wedding day so that when she got well, she would join her husband. Ilo was a close friend of Chiamaka's family, and everyone trusted her. The wedding proceeded with Ilo standing in for Chiamaka. However, after the wedding, Ilo refused to leave. She claimed she was now married to Uche. That night, Ilo seduced Uche, taking advantage of his confusion and vulnerability. Uche, troubled by the events and unsure of what to do, succumbed to her advances. Weeks passed, and it was discovered that Ilo was pregnant. The news spread through the village like wildfire, causing shock and outrage. Chiamaka, now fully recovered, was heartbroken. She had been eagerly waiting to join her husband, only to find out that her friend had betrayed her. The villagers were divided. Some believed that Ilo had no right to claim Uche as her husband, while others thought the marriage, even though symbolic, was valid. Uche, torn between his love for Chiamaka and his responsibility towards Ilo's unborn child, was in turmoil. Elder Mazi and the village elders convened to find a solution. They decided to consult the deity once again. Ijeoma was called upon to mediate. She revealed that the deity's intention was never to cause such chaos. The oath was meant to test the strength of love and commitment, not to create division and pain. It was a big fight for Elo to leave Uche after Chiamaka must have gotten herself back to normal. Elo was adamant to claiming her right as Uche's wife and the mother of his unborn child. She argued fiercely, insisting that the marriage ceremony, even though done in Chiamaka's stead, made her Uche's legitimate wife. The village elders, along with Uche and Chiamaka, pleaded with Elo to understand the situation. Chiamaka's love for Uche was undeniable, and the entire village had witnessed their bond. But Elo was unyielding. The villagers began to grow weary, fearing that this conflict might never be resolved. Elo's stubbornness and refusal to leave led to numerous arguments and heated debates. Uche found himself caught between two women, both claiming his heart and home. The tension in the village was palpable, and the once joyous atmosphere had turned somber. Finally, Ijeoma suggested a ceremony to correct the wrongs. It involved a ritual where Chiamaka and Uche would reaffirm their vows before the deity, with Elo acknowledging the truth and stepping down from her claim. The ceremony was to be held under the full moon, a symbol of new beginnings. On the night of the ceremony, the entire village gathered. Chiamaka and Uche stood before the deity's shrine, holding hands and pledging their love and loyalty to each other. Elo, holding her swollen belly, confessed her wrongdoing and asked for forgiveness. As the ritual concluded, a sense of peace and clarity enveloped the village. Elo agreed to leave Uche and raise her child with the support of the village. Uche and Chiamaka were finally united, their love stronger and deeper than ever. The village of Ohafia rejoiced, knowing that love and truth had prevailed. Chiamaka and Uche's bond became a legend, a story of courage, forgiveness, and unwavering love that would be told for generations. The end was not truly the end, as this was just the beginning of many adventures that Chiamaka and Uche would face together. Their love would continue to shine brightly, a beacon of hope and courage in the village of Ohafia. With peace restored in Ohafia, Chiamaka and Uche began to rebuild their lives together. The village was buzzing with new energy, and the couple's love became a source of inspiration for everyone. They worked hard on their farm, shared meals with their neighbors, and participated in village festivals. Elo, now living in a small house provided by the village, focused on her pregnancy. She had come to terms with the situation and was determined to raise her child with dignity. The villagers supported her, ensuring she had everything she needed. Though she still felt pangs of regret, Elo found comfort in the kindness of those around her. One evening, as the sun set over Ohafia, Chiamaka noticed something unusual. She saw a faint glow emanating from the old village shrine. Curious, she mentioned it to Uche, who decided to investigate. Together, they walked to the shrine, where they found an ancient-looking scroll lying on the ground. The scroll was written in an old language that only a few elders could read. They took it to Elder Mazi, who carefully unrolled it. His eyes widened as he deciphered the text. "This is a prophecy," he said. "It speaks of a chosen one who will bring prosperity and unity to our village." The elders gathered to discuss the prophecy. They believed that the events surrounding Chiamaka, Uche, and Elo were part of a larger plan. The prophecy hinted at a special child who would be born under extraordinary circumstances, destined to lead the village to greatness. As months passed, Elo gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The villagers celebrated his arrival, believing him to be the child mentioned in the prophecy. Elo named him Kenechukwu, meaning thank God in Igbo. Chiamaka and Uche, along with the entire village, embraced Kenechukwu as a symbol of hope and new beginnings. Kenechukwu grew up surrounded by love and wisdom. He showed remarkable intelligence and kindness from an early age. Chiamaka, Uche, and Elo worked together to ensure he received the best upbringing possible. The village elders taught him the ancient traditions and stories, preparing him for his future role. Years went by, and Kenechukwu blossomed into a wise and compassionate young man. He had a natural ability to bring people together, resolve conflicts, and inspire hope. The villagers saw in him the fulfillment of the prophecy. They believed that with Kenechukwu's guidance, Ohafia would enter a new era of prosperity and unity. One day, as Kenechukwu was exploring the forest near the village, he stumbled upon a hidden cave. Inside, he found ancient artifacts and writings that revealed secrets about the village's past and its connection to the deity. He learned about the true nature of the deity's power and the importance of maintaining harmony between the spiritual and physical worlds. Kenechukwu shared his discoveries with the elders and the villagers. He proposed new rituals and practices to honor the deity and strengthen their bond with the spiritual realm. The villagers embraced these changes, and soon Urfia began to thrive like never before. Under Kenechukwu's leadership, the village prospered. They built new homes, improved their farming techniques, and created a vibrant community where everyone felt valued. The prophecy had come true, and Ohafia became known far and wide as a place of peace, unity, and prosperity. Chiamaka and Uche watched with pride as their village flourished. Their love story had become the foundation for a brighter future.